Here he comes to save the day.
Oh my God, I sound just like Mighty Mouse.
Yeah, how about, man, do you remember waking up watching Mighty Mouse?
Of course.
That to me was a true superhero right there. I mean, but I'm not seeing any Mighty Mouse movies out there though.
I know, and I do find myself increasingly more and more around. I was talking to someone, a girl recently, about Will and Grace, and she's like, "Who are Will and Grace?"
Oh no!
And I was like, She's like 24. I'm like, okay.
Wow, that fast, huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
Wow. So, man, what's been going on in your life, mister? I see a lot of you on stage. Are you headed back to that live stage?
I am. I mean, this is crazy, but for the first time in 30 years, I was lured and had an opportunity to try to, flex that muscle once again. And I grew up in the theater doing a lot of musicals professionally as a child and into my teenage years. And my freshman year of college was the last time I did it. Now, 30 years later, I'm in a professional production of The Sound of Music at Forte Theater Company, which is in Franklin, Wisconsin.
Wow.
And the cast is phenomenal. This director is amazing. I can't believe I'm working with him. And I'm learning so much. I mean, I thought I knew a lot, having done so many shows throughout my youth and young adulthood. And then, and then after judging performances as a theater critic, a film critic, a TV critic for 17 years now, stepping onto the other side in a professional capacity, it's just been watching the process, and I've been gaining so much respect. And, it's also funny because I sit and review theater, and now it's a chance for people to come and be like, oh, let's see how good you're at it. You think it's so easy, So that's a little bit nerve-wracking, and I'm very nervous and I'm very scared, but I'm having the time of my life. I don't know that I'll ever do it again, but it's something that I just, it was an opportunity that was too exciting and too cool to kind of pass up in the moment. 6 performances only, October 7th through the 16th, at a state-of-the-art performing arts facility that just had a multi-million-dollar renovation and is beautiful. And so, I have friends and family flying in from all over the country.
Oh my God!
Doing a lot of promotional stuff on television here for it, and I'm very, very excited, very, very proud of, impressed by this team, and I'm sure I'll be the weak link, but it's still kind of cool to be a part of it all,
Wow, you've been heavy on my mind all week because I talked with an author this week. His name is Ryan Jacobson, and he's done all of these books called Choose Your Own Path, and his newest book is Can You Survive the Wizard of Oz? And
no way!
Oh yes! Oh my God! And I thought of you so quickly, and it puts you in a place where could you survive the Wizard of Oz? And I thought Ryan can. Trust me, Ryan can.
I can, believe me, but also I feel like I need to review a copy of that book or help promote it.
Really, it's amazing how the Wizard of Oz has been coming up in a lot of my conversations lately, and because people use it as basically as a reference is what they're doing. They'll talk about things that happen in the story and then build upon it on how we can exercise something that they did inside that story. And I go, is Ryan J a part of this? What's going on here?
That's funny. That is so funny.
So
I love that.
Let's talk about movies and see how they run. I'm not familiar with this because it seems like we're in a dry period in movie theaters right now with like Regal and stuff like that going into bankruptcy. I mean, we need Hollywood to save these movie companies.
This is an exciting week, actually. Everything's really good this week. I feel like this week features some of the most visually striking films of the year, and See How They Run is excellent. It's basically like what Wes Anderson has tried to do his entire career but never could,
really? Which
is a very stylized, cool looking, candy colored noir film that actually has bite and point and substance and story and comedy and the rest of it. So this one is whodunit, and it takes place during the golden age of Hollywood. It's set in the West End, where a production of Agatha Christie's The Mousetrap is on stage.
Oh, wow.
In a very successful run and being adapted to the screen by some Hollywood filmmakers that are out there. And of course, someone is murdered, And so there's this colorful cast, this ensemble cast of suspects, and the inspectors are Sam Rockwell doing his best drunk Johnny Depp dialect impression. It's hilarious. And then Saoirse Ronan is like a rookie constable, and she's so funny. I laughed so much. I watched this on a screener at home, but I was like, I could even, while I was watching it at home and I was laughing, I was just imagining being in the theater and hearing everyone laughing.
Wow. Wow.
It's that funny. It's really great. It's a directorial debut for this guy, and it's phenomenal cinematography, some shots I'd never seen before. It's such creative design, and I really, really enjoyed it. And it doesn't have the best climax, which is a little disappointing because, the reveals are usually really big and twisty and cool. But it doesn't detract from the film at all, and I loved it. So I'd say see it.
Wow. And this is going to be in theaters, correct?
It is. And you know what? Anyone that's listening right now that wants to win a pair of free tickets to see this of their choice, for their basically Fandango codes, so you can pick the time and the place where and when you want to see how they run, head over to my website right now, ryanjreviews.com, and you can sign up to win 2 free tickets to see that movie.
Look at you. Taking care of the people. My God.
I'm trying. Hey, I said it's great. Now, if, go check it out for free. You've got no excuse not to see it now. Just go to my website.
Yeah, and make sure that if you get the tickets, use the tickets. I'm tired of people like that'll come and get those.
Yeah,
and they don't show up, and it's like, I needed you in those seats. There's a reason why you earned those tickets.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow. So what is Pearl?
Pearl, I can't believe you haven't seen the trailer for this one. Oh my God. It's so like bloody and crazy and creepy and interesting. Pearl is a rated R horror film that is a prequel to the film X, which came out in March of this year. Now, I didn't see that one, but this one was great. Now I want to see X, and apparently they're planning to make a third one called Maxine, XXX Maxine, and it's going to be a trilogy then, but which is a sequel to X. But it's produced, co-written by and starring Mia Goth, and this was shot back in New Zealand, back to back with X, and she's so amazing. She's got a monologue in this film, first of all, that she should get an Oscar nomination. I'm not even joking. She plays a seriously disturbed young woman who lives alone on a farm with her mom and her quadriplegic, immobilized mute father, and her mom is like abusive and crazy and scary to the point of like you don't know if you should laugh or scream. And she's psychotic. Like the things that she does, she starts with like hurting small animals and then kind of builds her way up from there. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah, and the interesting thing about it is it's an elevated horror film, which means like basically an art house horror film, but it's a really fun one. It's not an inaccessible one, and it's the director's goal. He set out to do like what would it be like if Disney made a horror movie. So there's a real dichotomy between like what's happening versus like the tone and the score of like the color and like the score and like the graphics and like everything it looks like a Disney movie or like a 1950s like Leave It to Beaver type sitcom, and then suddenly it's like, oh my God, it's a horror film.
Yeah.
So it's very unique that way, very cool. The melodrama is amazing, and Mia is just beyond incredible, and I really liked it.
And this is also in theaters.
Correct. I'm recommending it.
And the reason why I bring that up, I just want to keep reminding people that theaters do exist, because it's killing me that major theaters are going out of business. And it's like we got to get people to go back and to watch movies like Pearl and see how they run and stuff like that. Don't be waiting for the next Tom Cruise movie.
Well, I think part of the problem is, and I didn't realize this would be a problem because I kind of liked that this was happening, but the movies that are released in theaters, it's relatively soon after that they're available to stream digitally. Whether you have to buy them for $19.99 or rent them for $9.99 or whatever it is.
Yep.
Some people are willing to wait to do that at home, 3 months after it was just in theaters. You used to have to wait up to a year for it to come out to VHS or something, or DVD, or so I think that cycle, that window closing, which I enjoy, but I'm still seeing things in the theaters, I think other people are getting wise to, and they're kind of like, why should I go spend $25 in tickets and then another $50 on food when I can just wait 3 months and then just rent it for $9.99 at home?
Wow, it sounds like my sister, because she saw Elvis at home, and I go, how much did you pay to see Elvis? $24.99. I said, it was just you in the living room? Yeah. And she goes, I didn't like the movie. I said, you made a mistake. You should have been in the theater. Yeah, I told her, I said, she should have experienced it in the theater. It would have been a better movie because it's not a flat screen movie. You've got to go and experience it.
I can't imagine it not being good still on TV. I mean, unless she's got a tiny TV. I mean, I got a 75-inch, 4K, but still, it's like, and I have friends who have bigger TVs now, and I'm so like, can I hang out at your house now?
Yeah.
But I just think like, wow, like I can't believe anybody not liking that movie.
Well,
that's a rarity.
I was shocked when she said that, because I really honestly thought that she was going to fall in love with this, that this was an Oscar contender. Tom Hanks, yes, he does play kind of a jerk in the movie, but you know what? That's Tom Hanks. He can play anybody and still win trophies.
Right. Really quickly, because I have to run, but Do Revenge is a new film streaming on Netflix. Ooh. And it's like a cross between Mean Girls, Clueless, Cruel Intentions, and other classics. Amazing co-writers. These women previously wrote Thor, Love and Thunder, Space Jam, New Legacy. They worked together on Sweet Vicious, the TV show. Sarah Michelle Gellar has a really fun cameo as the school principal. And then it stars Maya Hawke, of course, the daughter of Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman, and Riverdale's Camila Mendes. And they're basically these two girls at this very, very like high-end high school, and they decide to get revenge for each other's drama. So they're like, I'll take care of the people who wronged you, you take care of the people who wronged me. It's a little long, but again, still fun, worth seeing, and that's streaming on Netflix now.
Wow. RyanJReviews.com. Go get your makeup on. You've got to be on set, and when they call your name, you got to be there, guy. They don't need to be talking to Arrow.
Oh, no, I just have to run. I'm sorry. I'm running behind.
Well, you be brilliant today, man, and it's great to talk to you.
You too, Arrow. I've missed you. Thanks so much.